Back to Blue Raiders Stadium for the final time tonight as Lindsey Wilson wins by a score of 35-28. They capture the Mid-South Conference East Division crown and will be the East Division representative in the NAIA National Playoffs, which will begin a week from today. Yeah. Coach Chris Oliver joins me here, and Coach, boy, that had to be so exhilarating.
Yeah, I mean, just it's tough to put it into words. We've been working a long time for a day like this, and we've had a lot of great days in our program, but nothing compares to this one and our first championship, and to do it in this fashion over the perennial champ in the conference, and just I thought our guys played their hearts out.
You felt good about, I think you would say you felt good about your chances of making the playoffs, win or lose today, but you take any doubt out and you go out and you get what you want, and that every year you say, you know, our first goal is to win the East and win our division, and that's exactly what your kids did.
Yeah, I mean, the playoffs, you can control that berth with the way that you play, but you don't want to leave it up to the voters and the Raiders, and I mean, we want to win that conference championship first and foremost. So, you know, that's the awesome thing about today. We'll worry about the playoffs tomorrow, and we'll probably have a home game next week because of our rating. So it's exciting.
I got to think that it was as good of a start as you could possibly hope for. I mean, I don't think anybody would have dreamed the start that Lindsey Wilson got off on. But man, just right out of the gate, the focus was there, the execution was there. It was all there this afternoon to start this game.
Yeah, I thought we played well, and you know, we were worried about being a little too tight coming out and starting the game and allowing them to make that first play, and we didn't do that at all. Our guys played loose. We had fun, came right out of the gate, and we knew at halftime that they were, you know, probably going to make a run. We knew at the very least they weren't going to roll over. They're too experienced for that and have too much pride, and I thought our guys did a great job fending them off. Got a little close at the end, but it was a fun game.
35-7, you're up, and at that point in time, as a coaching staff, are you trying to shorten the game at all? Or I mean, there's so much time left. You got a full quarter and plus about 12 minutes. Do you go off the game plan? Do you have to, you know, think, you know, we need to make each possession a little bit longer, trying to shorten the game?
Well, the tough thing is the reason we were able to separate early and make plays is because we were aggressive. It wasn't by being conservative. So it's a really fine line to walk there, because you want to shorten the game. You want to run the ball a little bit, get the clock rolling, but you want to make sure that you're not completely getting off the things that put us in that position. So that's a really tough one to manage.
Lindsey Wilson wins it by a score of 35-28. What was the feeling on the sideline as Georgetown kept chipping away and chipping away? Was it just calm down, guys, or was there, I mean, what was going through? What were you telling the guys?
Yeah, I think we heard that from the coaches, but, you know, you don't want to panic. You want to make sure that, you know, the guys are still doing the things that got us there. But, you know, it was a situation where they had a lot of momentum late in the game, and you want to make sure that you're not getting away from that game plan and not freaking out, and you're staying focused. I thought our guys did a good job of that.
6 straight wins. You finished with a program record 9 wins during the regular season, your first playoff berth. All those things are great, but how do you go about going forward now and not just being satisfied with what you've accomplished?
Well, that's a new challenge, and the first time we get to have that, and you know, we look forward to seeing how that plays out. But it's a new season. We talked about, we met one of our big goals, and we had the conference championship under the belt. But you know, we want to win a national championship as well. But that's really tough to do. It takes 4 wins to do it, and again, it's still that 1-0 each week in order to be able to get there. And we know no matter who we play next week, we're going to have a really good football team coming to Blue Raider Stadium next week. So we're going to have our hands full, whoever it is, because it's going to be one of the top 16 teams in the nation. So it's about resetting, enjoying this win, but you know, tomorrow we got to move on.
Your offense early on especially was very, very sharp.
Yeah.
But your defense really did a number on Georgetown. Just really forced Paulson into some bad passes and ultimately some interceptions. I got to think that at least through the first 2.5 quarters, your offense, our defense was as good as it could possibly be.
Yeah, I mean, to force them into 4 interceptions, and you know, they only had 6 turnovers. all year
Yeah.
coming into this game. And Neil Paulsette's a great quarterback. He and Brandon have been the top 2 quarterbacks in this league for numerous years. And, you know, a lot of opposing teams are going to be glad that those guys are gone. But for us to be able to pick him off 4 times today, that was a big key to our success. And I thought the defense played outstanding. I thought we were very well prepared.
Lindsey Wilson wins it by a score of 35-20. Coach, what's the best feeling right now? I mean, obviously the 9 wins, the playoff, the East Division. What's the best part?
I mean, sending the seniors out with that type of win on senior day, and obviously we're not done playing, but to see those guys see that goal come together, and you know, it's a lot of fun. We got my kids here, and you can hear them probably on the radio, you can hear them on the video, and they're running around, and you know, it's just a fun day. It's great to be able to celebrate with your families and celebrate with your teammates. I'm just really proud of our young men.
Great scene down on the field. Final question, let you get out of here. What did you say to the guys?
Well, I told them I got to get a new hat because they soaked me in Gatorade, blue Gatorade, so I get a new hat next week, so my lucky hat is gone. But, you know, I told them, if you think back to the start of camp, and we had those seniors each have a few minutes to step up and talk about their goals and what they wanted individually for the season. And so many of them talked about the work that it would take to win a championship. And that seems like just yesterday in a lot of ways. We're sitting there at the start of camp, and here we are, and those guys are going to go out with the first conference championship in school history. I mean, it's an awesome feeling for those guys.
Coach, congratulations.
Thank you.
That's LWC.